Hey, this is Jared. I wanted to talk about GeForce Now, and I decided to give this a good shot and really make some solid attempt to kind of see what the service is all about. I did some looked up some videos online, and actually I saw some different reviews, but I haven't really seen a review looking for the things that I was kind of interested in, also kind of pointing out features that I think that other people would be interested in too. So I decided let's go and make a video because, like, I don't know if you guys are, I haven't made a video in a really long time, but I wanted to kind of go through this. I have been playing for about 50 hours. So this is not just I've only played for a minute and like, I've actually played for about 54 hours. I focused a lot on one game, but I did play a lot of other games too. One of my main games that I've been playing, which I always wanted to play, but I never really jumped into it, was Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So that went really, really well with that. I also tested out a bunch of other games too. I tested out. Let me move my mouse here so I can. I'm doing this with a controller right now, but I also tested out some fighting games, shooters, RPGs. I tried a lot of different types of games. I'm in my favorites here. Actually, what I wanted to do is actually go to my library. I tried older games. I tried newer games. Like basically, I think this. I played Battlefield 6, which only really came out like, oh, I'm trying to remember, within the past month or so. So it hasn't really been out that long. By the way, looks fantastic. We'll definitely be showing some gameplay here today. But one thing that's really really advantageous about this is if you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate or the PC Game Pass, then this is actually Ultimate would be the best because, and I'll tell you why in a second. But essentially, all of your library from that goes onto here, so you actually have a whole bunch of library on there. So they actually have different types of stores that it syncs with. Okay, so it syncs with Ubisoft, it syncs with Battle.net, EA, GOG is kind of like, not really. I mean, if like GOG, I think it has like 3 games on there. It doesn't really have a lot. I wish it had more. Maybe it does in the future because I have probably a few hundred games for that specifically. Epic Game Store, which funny thing about that, most games on Epic Game Store I don't buy, but actually I click on Epic Game Store and I think I have 130 games on Epic Game Store. It's games I don't even buy. They're games that I basically have collected from the free every Thursday. They have new games posted on there, and I just click on and add it to my stuff. Also, and I'll talk about that too, about how you can actually get a lot of games for free and add into this that are really, really cool. But has Steam and then it has Xbox. So I think the one that gives you the best benefit, if you do have a Game Pass Ultimate, you should 100% look into this because you have okay. I'm gonna give you like if I have Ultimate, what exactly you have access to. So here's Xbox. So 190 games. Okay, that's fine. But that's ever since they made the change, you have access to additional things. So you also have access to EA. So it adds a good chunk of library on there. You also have access to Battle.net, which is a lot of the games, and then you also have access to Ubisoft Connect. And specifically, what was it, Ubisoft Classics Plus? I know it has that. I don't think it has premium. I think it's only certain games that go with Game Pass with that. But even just with doing that alone, it adds like almost 300 games just like that. And like these are not just basic games. These are like triple A games, which is really cool. Like Doom: The Dark Ages, I was able to play that. This Battlefield that's actually a free to play game on there, but the Assassin's Creed, I never bought that. I never bought that Assassin's Creed Mirage. That's part of the whole subscription fee on there. Call of Duty Black Ops. I did play a little bit of it, not as much as I thought, because I don't know if it was me at the time, but I wasn't doing very well when I was playing, so I didn't play that. But yeah, there is a lot, and I'll just do a quick little scroll. Actually, let me. And by the way, I also have a ginormous Steam library that I have been working on for a really, really, really long time. Let me just get rid of all these things here. And let's see, hold on a second. Xbox. Yeah, so I got like a whole bunch of Steam. Oh shoot, it got rid of my filter there. Hold on a second. My library. Okay. Yeah, so 324 games library. So you definitely have access to a lot of games, and also you can have access. I mean, 4,979 games on there. Some of them are going to be, because they're Steam games. And Steam has a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to kind of work with. There's like shooters and driving games and everything about that. But I wanted to kind of go through some of the features on this. So there's three different types of memberships. There is the free membership. I tried it for about 30 minutes and said I don't want to do the free at all. It gives you ads, so it's not a good experience on there. Also, the quality, you're essentially running on a 3050 or 3060 on there, which is basically literally what I have on my PC. So I see no point of me ever really doing the free. Now you can do it on other machines, so you can actually do it on LG TV, which is what I have. You also can use it to stream on any type of mobile devices, which is really good. But I decided, you know what? Let's jump into this. Let's just go for it. I jumped straight into Ultimate. It's $20. And I think that was actually a really good choice to do because there's no wait in any of the games. But I wanted to kind of show you the options. So you can go in here, you can connect it to all your different libraries, sync it. If you do buy new games, all you gotta do is just do sync and boom, your new games pop up on there, which was really nice. Some things that are Epic Games, I actually had to manually do Epic Games. It took a little bit of time, but everything else actually synced automatically. I just hit sync and it synced automatically. But if you got a large Epic Games on there, just be aware that it's going to take you time to actually sync. It's not going to do it automatically on that. Streaming wise, so I think we are kind of a little bit at a tipping point right now. This for me specifically, this works out really well. I got a really good internet, so I just push it to the max. I push it to the max in terms of the amount of streaming it does on there. But you can essentially stream up into 4, and also if you're on the PC, although I didn't see the point of doing that on this because I don't have a 5K display. But if you got a good monitor, you can push it to the max and go 5K, and I don't think you really have any issues, to be honest with you. As long as you have good internet and 120 up to 120 frames per second. Now this setting will vary depending on the device you're on. So if you're streaming on a PC, and I think if you do have a particular GPU, I don't know exactly how that works. It will push it to 120 FPS. If you are streaming from like a TV, it'll max out at 60. And if you're also on a handheld device, it'll max out at 60. There was some things on there where some of them you could potentially do 120. I don't know the nuances about that. I would say you want to read their website, and it's going to have information on there. You can also set up for HDR, although the TV I'm playing on right now, I'm on a computer, but I'm actually have a TV connected because it's connected to my arcade machine. So I don't have HDR, but when I'm on the TV upstairs, that does have HDR, you could turn HDR on the actual LG TV. Works great on there. Apparently this was a big deal. I watched, I forgot those guys that like really get into the technicals. This 444 color grading is supposed to be really, really good. I don't know what it means. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a technical person. Actually, I'm basically a console guy that's jumping into this. I have a PC, but I don't use it for like PC style. I mean, like I said, I got a 3060. That's about as high as I go for this. And let's see. I think that there was something on here about the actual. Oh, here we go. The mode, and it tells you. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. So it actually tells you in general about how much data usage you're going to use per hour. 17 gigabytes per hour in this current setting. For me, this is okay for bandwidth because my bandwidth is actually unlimited. I have Xfinity and it actually has unlimited bandwidth. So, like I said, for me specifically, I think it's a tipping point where it actually works out pretty well. I don't think if you have any bandwidth limitations, I wouldn't recommend getting this. Streaming is not right for you because you're kind of it's not really worth it if you're gonna be hitting the cap and you're gonna be end up charging yourself. Another thing that it will do is it'll do the location. I'm in Minnesota, so the closest location is going to be Illinois. But really, there's all kinds of other locations. It'll kind of auto try to find it for you based off of your settings. Virginia, New Jersey. So that's all the United States right there. And if you're outside the United States, it is a little bit more limited. It looks like this is very United States heavy. And here it just basically is France 1, France 2. It doesn't really have much settings, and they only have one server placed in each country for the most part, it looks like. But United States, they have a whole bunch. So it works really good for me, which is good. Um, yeah, that's the biggest thing. I wanted to go through this because it's good for me and my settings, and I want to make sure that you're aware of this might not be perfect for you. There might be some things where you might be like, that doesn't meet my specifications. I don't have the right. I'm not right to the next server. I don't have the right bandwidth. So just something to kind of be aware of on that. But let's go ahead and get into a game. Oh, let's go about before I do that. I want to show you a couple things. So going through the library, this is really good on the library. You can see all the. This is not my library. Well, this part is, but you go through here. They have other games on here that are not part of my specific library on there. But then they have some top sellers on there. Like this game has been super popular. Arc Raiders. I've heard all about it. I almost got it. I'm like, I don't know. So that's the thing. I can still buy a game if I want to buy it for me, and still be my game. It just kind of then populates on here where I can actually use it. So, um, Cyberpunk. I don't have Cyberpunk yet, or else I would use that as a demo for sure. I have Borderlands 3. I don't have 4. Expedition 33, I have that with the Xbox. That's the graphics on that look really good. That game looks really, really good. I haven't played it too much because I actually been playing the Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Um, let's see what else we got. So these are some of the top games on that. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. So this is one of the things I wanted to pop out. So every game you connect to is going to have a 4080 built into it. And then there's going to be a select library that's going to have a 5080. So here's some of the games. Now, most of these I don't have. But there are some I do have. And the reason I have it is because of Game Pass. So Game Pass actually lets me have this. So this Outer Worlds game, I actually have access to that. That's a 5080. These Control games, those are 5080s. I have access to that at Game Pass. Now, as Battlefield, I don't have the Battlefield game, but I have the Redsec. I guess that's free to play. So you can actually get in there, and that looks pretty good with that. Yeah. And by the way, I think they're constantly updating this. So this is not like a set in stone for the 5080. Doom the Dark Ages, that looks pretty good on there. Now they got Cyberpunk. That's interesting. Indiana Jones, that's a fairly new one. So they're constantly updating this stuff. Flight Simulator, I can see that would look pretty good. I wanted to point out something about The Witcher. I actually own The Witcher, but I only own it a certain way. I actually own it on the Xbox. They don't have every single. They have some of them. They have all multiple stores on there, including Xbox. Some of them they only have specific stores on there. I technically have it for GOG, but I don't have the Wild Hunt version. I think I have just the basic version, and it didn't like it. So that was something I thought I owned it, but it didn't. I just wanted to kind of point that out. It's interesting that's on a 5080 as old as that game is. Let's see what else we got for 5080 games here. Oblivion, it's Expedition 33, it's a 5080. This Mafia game, it's pretty new. And then they also have a whole bunch of free-to-play games. So if you don't actually own some specific games, they have a whole bunch of free-to-play. Does do Fortnite. Does do Fortnite if you're used to that. And then also the Marvel Rivals, that's another popular game. This is so the free to play part on here is probably the battle royale version on there. Overwatch, that's a popular one. Rocket League's a popular one. I think Warframe is, although I've never played it before. Destiny 2 is a popular one. Dota 2. So yeah, you can actually do this, but you can do it at the highest setting. And all right. Another thing, I'm gonna go through all the store side of things just so you can kind of see what's available on the store. They actually will tell you discounts. I'll tell you what's going on. Don't buy full price for games, please. Because they're all you gotta do is just literally wait like a month or weeks or whatever, and then all of a sudden it's going to be on there. But you can actually buy games on there at a discount. It'll tell you which store. Well, I actually own this one, I think. They actually tell you which one's available and which one's on discount, which is really nice. And then you can actually go into the Steam store and check that out. But there's no reason to buy full price for games anymore. Um, they're raising the price, but even still, if you're doing this digitally, to like just don't do it. I can tell you that there's a lot of games out there that you can get for a really good deal if you just wait or you move on to other things. Okay. Scroll down a little bit. Oops, grabbed the wrong thing. Hold on a second. We're going to get into games in just a second. I will be time stamping this if you don't want to watch all this part. Oh yeah, it'll tell you which one has RTX, right? Ray tracing. It'll tell you which one has ray tracing on it, which is really nice. I won't scroll through that. I'll just do a quick scan. Wukong, that Monkey King. I want to buy that one. That's supposed to be pretty good. But I'll probably wait till it's got a good discount. There's Forza Horizon. That's RTX on there. Yes, there's a lot of ray tracing, and the ray tracing looks pretty good. And I don't know what NVIDIA Reflex is. And there's some demos on there, some Ubisoft breaking down the Capcom, Square Enix. I actually specifically bought Final Fantasy 16 because I did a demo, and I was like, man, this looks really good on here. And I was like, went ahead and buy it because it was 50% off, so I went ahead and bought that. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I like RPGs. Let's see, scroll. And you can really just go through every single game on there in the end. But let's go ahead and get into some gameplay here. Let's do the game that I've been playing for a while, which is Assassin's Creed. So Assassin's Creed's running on a 4080. Let's see. Assassin's Creed's running on a 4080. Loading time, so I'm Ultimate, so it actually loads fairly quickly. You can kind of see the screen, and boom, I'm in the game. Depending on it might force you to log in again, potentially. That's one of the things it might try to have me do. If you go from like a different device into this device, so what it's doing right now, this is my digital computer. It's actually not my computer anymore. Now it's in the VM virtualware style, and I am loading Assassin's Creed. I'm gonna go ahead and has a little interface here. And I'm going to just realize his batteries are like low here. Let me see. Oh no, there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the statistics on. We'll just do compat. So it has the different statistics. Shows the streaming right now. It's like not that good. I've actually had it a lot better. It should be much higher. Interesting. Oh, there it goes. Okay, now because the game's playing, I guess maybe. All right. I have a feeling. Oh no, it's bumping up. Okay. Whoa. Okay, it's definitely bumping up. So I wanted to point out a couple things. You typically you might have to go into the settings and check the settings. It will try and do some recommended stuff, but you want to, like right now it says custom. That means it's like medium. Nobody wants that. If I'm gonna max it, I'm gonna max it out ultra high. So I'm gonna go ahead and max out. And you can see there's my VRAM on there. It's got like 24 gigabytes of available memory on that, and actually has some other computer info in there too. Let's go ahead and apply this. My FPS is going to change. So, like sometimes it does save, but you always want to just go in there and just do a quick check and make sure that the settings match what you're looking for. It tries to give recommended settings, but if you really want to kind of max it out, it does it. But even still, it only takes 1 to 2 minutes to load. I'm already back in. All right. Let's try to get in a quick fashion here. So, as this is loading, I started this game from scratch. So this is a game that I wanted to play for quite some time. But I was like, let's go ahead and test out the GeForce thing and just start completely from scratch. So I have not been playing this on anything but GeForce Now. and I got about 35 hours in this game, I think. All right. So there's the game. I mean, the world populates pretty quickly. Everything's populating pretty quickly, which is nice. I mean, moving wise. By the way, I'm using a controller right now. There's not really much lag. I mean, I really feel like as soon as I press a button, it's hitting it. If somebody's trying to attack me, let's go ahead and go to the space real quick. I'm probably gonna get attacked like immediately, but let's go ahead and go into space. And you can easily just pick up fights with people and there won't be any issues. Let's go. What's the fastest way in this thing, huh? Oh, that's right. I have to restart this one. Yeah, I remember now. I've actually already beat this before, but I died because I got a whole bunch of mercenaries that started attacking me here. If we're gonna do this, let's do this right? Here we go. Alright. I am gonna go ahead and start a fight with this guy over here. Just so you can kind of see. What's up, bud? We're gonna change our weapons here. I want to do one where they're actually... Go out to here. Hold on a second. Just to kind of see the reaction time here. Let's see, ready? Look at that. There's a reaction time. So I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Alright. We're going to leave this place. I don't want to play this part anymore. I want to show you something else. So, one thing that's really, really good that I noticed about this is hopping around. I went ahead and did fast checkpoints all around the whole entire world. So I'm right here. I'm going to go all the way to the far... I'm still in... well, it's probably because I attacked that guy. Whoopsie. Alright, hold on a second. Does it do it now? Or am I still in a bad spot? Still in a bad spot. Oh, they're still attacking me. No, I gotta get out of here real quick. Hold on a second. My bad. Alright. I just want to show you how fast it is to get around. Alright. I'm no longer in that area. I don't see that being an issue anymore. Alright, map. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So I'm here. If I was actually going to do travel from there to there, it'd probably take a good 5-6 minutes. Do some fast travel here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it takes about 10 seconds to fast travel from one side to the other. And then, boom. I'm actually populated a totally different area. There's no stuttering right now, which is really great. But, you know what, let's go ahead and go somewhere else. So now we're going to go somewhere else. Hop around all the way to the other side here. 11,000, you know, fast travel there. I think it's going to put me in the forest. Like, so it takes about 10 seconds to hop from one thing to the next. And boom. I mean, I'm spinning around like here. I'm not getting all, you know, like the little, you know, machine gun stutter. I'm not getting any of that. Let's go ahead and jump in the water. Whee! I'm in the water. No problem. All right, so I just wanted to kind of show off that that's what I've been kind of doing with this game, is playing through it, opening up as much as I can, trying to kind of see how it's playing fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and quit the game. We're gonna hop into another game. We're gonna do. I want to show you guys the RTX and how that looks with the sun, with the light and stuff like that. One way to do that is going to be this Jedi Knight. Kind of shows you what that looks like with the light, because essentially the lightsaber shows off really good light on there. So there's another thing. So you notice I had a whole bunch of stuff unlocked on there. That's all in the cloud. So I did all that on my TV, on my computer right now. I can go to my mobile device. I'll still be in the same location. It's all in the cloud. So here's another thing that kind of happens sometimes. This part is a little bit of a pain in the butt. I have noticed specifically EA is the one that really does this. Is the don't email me, okay? All right. EA is one of those things that does require you to sign in. Some of the pain in the butt sometimes. There are other ones, if you're doing it for the very first time or whatever, it will probably ask you. Like if the Epic Games, I've logged into Epic Games a couple of times, but once you do it, you don't have as much of issues switching games too much. Steam, by the way, with Steam games, you don't have any problems with this whatsoever. I want to show you some of the RTX stuff. Okay. So I do need to go in the settings because I do remember like last time it was like doing it on medium. So let's go ahead and upgrade the settings real quick. Make sure it's on epic. So it gives me the best. Yeah, I did like custom. Epic. We'll do epic. So it's like the best on there, and that one's good. Oh, by the way, let's throw this on there so you can kind of see what that looks like. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller so it's not distracting, but let me just, because my main focus of this game is I want to show you the lighting. I've done this scene a couple different times just to kind of play around with it on different devices. This Jedi scene. This part.
Oh, that hurts.
Hold it. Don't move. How'd you get here?
Easy now.
Got a stowaway. Jedi!
Alright. Check that out. See the light? Watch the screens. Watch the side of the walls and stuff like that. See how the light changes as you're like... My favorite is this. I'm gonna go to this door. Wait, let me see. I think it's over here. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm not quite ready. I want to show you something. Yeah, I think that's cool. Okay, let's go down here real quick.
Hear that over the comm? Jedi? Stay sharp. It's a traitor. Blast them.
Watch your blasters.
With this one.
See your blasters, how it's making the light on the bottom?
Firing on the enemy. Got it. I can't hold it, kid.
And let's show you the timing thing with the leg.
Stay back. Just stay back. Moving back. Watch your aim.
Okay, that's all I want to show you that game, because I don't want this video to be forever, but just the lighting and also the timing of using it on the streaming. By the way, 120 frames per second on the PC. And there's my ping, too. My ping is like 23. I think it's all going to depend on location. I mean, luckily, I'm in Illinois, I'm in Minnesota. That's fairly close. I wanted to show you another game, Battlefield. So Battlefield just came out, and I want to show you what that looks like. We'll actually... Also, one of the things about playing, people ask about playing online and how that is. I did one of the battle royales on there. Not bad. It's not bad. I feel like I had a bigger issue with Call of Duty, but I feel like Battlefield, I didn't have too much of an issue with that. Another thing I want to show you about Battlefield is this actually runs on a 5080. So that does have a much higher GPU that it works with. probably the best way to show this off is just to flat out just get in the game. Even though it's going to be online, and I'll probably have a partner that's going to hate my guts because I'm going to ditch them pretty quickly because I'm shooting a YouTube video. But that's okay. Oh, geez, it's making me sign in again. All right. Yeah, EA does that a lot. Xbox, not so much. Trying to think. Steam, not at all. It doesn't need you to log into Steam at all. But we'll go ahead and get logged in on this. I'll show you what that looks like. So showing you a lot of different types of views and things like that. Like I said, this one specifically, the 5080. The next thing I'll show off is just some of the other versatility that you can kind of do with this, which is really kind of cool. But let me show you one more kind of graphically. This is probably one of the better graphical games out there that's going to be a hog. Let's just take a minute to load. All right, here we go. They actually are doing a free thing until December 2nd for Battlefield 6. I might check it out just to really kind of push it, see what it looks like, and kind of have some fun with it. So they have these like flames all the way around there, like coming towards you. It looks really awesome, actually. I'm just gonna let this play for a second so you can kind of see what it looks like on here. Actually, while that's doing that, I'm gonna load my statistics. By the way, if I wanted to, I can use my mouse and keyboard. I'm not a mouse and keyboard type of guy. I'm a controller guy, so. This happens sometimes too. It also some games you have to do shaders. There's a Battlefield on there. Yeah, some games it makes you like preload the shaders. That takes an extra minute or two. But I'm gonna go ahead and just like literally jump into a game. I'm not gonna stay in there for very long, but I wanted to show it off. Oh, we'll cancel. Gotta make sure my settings are good. Hold on. Let's see graphics. That's what I thought. Overkill, that's what I want. Should then check all the other stuff is overkill. And high. This is a brand new game. But top right, it says I'm running in the 5080. A brand new game, I'm maxing all that. If you look in the bottom right hand corner, it's got the video memory GPU. Not even getting close to, my computer would probably not do so good. But this one is not even being close on this. Alright, now we'll jump in there. So they got this big ball of flame surrounding the whole entire city. It's like a battle royale, but it looks really cool with the big ball of flame and smoke and stuff like that, which is really kind of cool. So far, 120 frames per second, which is pretty good. And yeah, it looks like we're about to jump in. I'll jump in, I'll get some guns, I'll just kind of shoot around a little bit. I'm playing against bots on this one. Although, I think I do have a teammate also. I don't know, is a teammate a bot? I don't really know. It's taking me a minute to get in that game, shoot. That's just the game itself that's having that. There we go. Just do basic whatever. That's fine. Let's go. Now we're waiting again. Alright, we're getting ready to jump in. Sweet. Sorry, teammate, you're gonna hate my guts on this one. Looks like he's been playing for a while. Couple of different things. Standing. Yeah, so I have the collapsing wall of death. That's that big fireball around. And I just won't be working with my team probably too much. $20. Ah! Alright, we're getting ready to jump in. Wait.
Drop zone's coming up. Enemy shooters closing on target area. Don't let any of them get out of there alive. I'll send updates as needed.
Yeah, I don't really care where we're at, but look at that big old ball of fire.
Right,
That's really cool.
go for deployment. Post up.
Let's just jump in. I don't really care. Whee! Actually, I specifically chose here. My teammate's probably pissed. Why did you jump right next to the big old ball of fire? Alright. So, playing FPS here. Let's see. I don't play these too much. I'm sure there's a strategy to getting stuff going here, but I don't. Oh jeez. I'm looking for that. Was what I'm looking for. It's interesting. All right, let's find somebody to shoot. I probably won't be able to find anybody to shoot. I just realized because it went in an unnatural place. I'll tell you what. Let's see. Anyway, this time still about 117. There we go.
Missions just got posted. Have a look and knock out what you can.
Let's see. That was great. Actually, I didn't even know that was going to happen. I was just testing things out. That's great. Am I out of ammo? Damn. That was awesome. Okay. Alright, that's good. We'll go ahead and wrap things up. Sorry, teammate. It's not the official one anyway. It's just a tester. That was kind of funny. I actually blew that up. I didn't even know it was going to happen. Yeah, they got a whole bunch of other versions. I just did the very basic one. So I'm not as, heartbroken. They didn't have other versions of this too. So, all right. Let me go and click that. Okay, so you can kind of see the quality of the games substantially well. I feel like the lag, yeah, there's going to be lag, but I mean, it's not a deal breaker. I mean, really, actually, I'm able to dodge. You just have to compensate for it, like mentally compensate for it, but it really is not that bad. I wanted to show you something that, okay, so I don't know if you guys know or not, but I actually have like an arcade machine where you can essentially have arcade sticks and everything. And I wanted to show you what that looked like. Now, let's see. I think Well, this may or may not work because I have another controller connected. I guess we'll find out in just a second. But I might have to disconnect the controller. We'll find out. But anyway, I got Street Fighter. So Street Fighter, you have to do complex moves and things like that for it to actually work. You get to do your fireballs and all the crazy kicks and stuff like that. There's got to be a little bit of a timing thing on there. Now let me see if I can actually. Let's see. Okay, it's just going to jump right in. Let's see if it'll let me do it. I might have to use my other nuts. I might have to do just a handheld just based off of how I got this set up right now. So if I remember correctly, this actually, no matter every time you log in, it has to load the shaders in there. I think that's what it's going to do first. Yeah, there it goes. It doesn't take that long. Probably takes about a couple minutes to load the shaders. But one thing I was testing out with this is I actually have my arcade machine buttons connected as essentially Xbox buttons, so I can kind of map the buttons to where it's like you're fighting the arcade stick. And it actually worked. It might not work today because of how I have the other controller, but I'll find out in just a second. Let's see. Let's see if it's going to be. Nope. It's not connected on this one. Oh wait, it is actually in this one. Interesting. I'll go with it. So I have another arcade stick that actually is working. Maybe not. It is working. Oh, ship.
Street Fighter 6.
This is me because I don't have my buttons right, but hold on. We're gonna get the screen right too, so it automatically went into like. Let's get the screen right first before we move on. Graphics. There we go.
Fighting ground. Practice. Training. Versus practice.
Ah, shoot. Hold on a second. My buttons aren't quite correct.
Fighting ground. Practice. Arcade. Practice. Training. Formerly Steelworks.
Survivalist, heroic as a tiger is. Earn my stripes cause you know I'm gonna die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Tell me crazy, but you is not my psychiatrist. Been through a lifetime of strong. Be the best.
Alright, let's get into it. I like making faces. Alright, kick. Punch. Alright, there we go. Look at that. Hadouken. Let's see if I can. Awesome. There we go. So, yep, doing the super moves and all that. So overall, it's a little wacky right now because I actually have my other controller that's kind of messing things up. I'd have to actually go in there and mess with the settings, but we're good. We'll go ahead and hold on a second. My buttons are all messed up. My buttons are all messed up. Let me try and mess this real quick. There we go. Sheesh. Sorry, I was trying to get out of the game.
Street Fighter 6.
Yeah. Let's see. Control G. All right, we're gonna go ahead and quit on this one. By the way, the whole entire time 60 FPS on this one. Looks 40, 80. All right, let's go ahead and quit this one. All right. So this, I just wanted to kind of show off how you can kind of do moves and things like that on there. But you notice I was also Steam, right? Steam, I just popped in there and had no issues with Steam. I'm trying to think about other things. Yeah, lots of different games and lots of different varieties you can do it. So I want to talk a little bit about what I've done, and unfortunately I can't completely display it like this. Hopefully I can either edit it or at least take some pictures or throw it in there or whatever. But I've done on the LG TV and used it like an Xbox controller with the LG TV. I have a little handheld, which is like a Android handheld, the Neo Pocket Air. That one actually does pretty good with streaming. I actually had like other games on there too, but it does streaming really well on there. So $20 a month. $20 a month. I mean, this is a luxury item, right? It's not like it's a necessity. I own these games. I can play it on other types of systems, but it is nice to have it at the highest quality. One of the coolest things was when I was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, laying down in bed with my Neo Pocket Air. I mean, that's just, and you could do it on this. I've heard you could do this on a Steam Deck. You can do it on a whole bunch of different things for $20 a month. And this is like on a 40, 80, and 50, 50, 90. So I wanted to kind of show you like a 50, 80 on here. If I was going to just flat out buy one, but one thing is my PC is totally ill equipped right now. It's not just the graphics card. Can't just get a graphics card and be good. I would basically have to redo my processor and everything. Because when that thing's running, it's not just running this just the main graphics card. It's doing the CPU, it's doing the RAM, it's doing all of that. And the prices of that stuff have gone way, 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 way up recently with that. Especially RAM, from what I heard, thanks to AI. I guess AI has been taking a bunch of RAM chips and things like that. Unfortunately I don't know what the equivalent would be for a computer, but let's just meet. I think at the lowest on here is $22.99. What's the highest? Or is $21.99? What's the highest? $34.99. I don't know the difference between the two, unfortunately. But let's be in the middle. And let's say $24.99, right? So paying about $20 a month. Let me get my calculator here. 24 and we'll just say 2,500. We'll call it 2,500, right? And I'm paying about $20 a month. Yeah. So I'd probably have to stay there for 125 months, about 10 years before I actually can get enough to, you know, get that type of PC. If I did $20 a month versus me just kind of streaming and jumping right into it. So there in terms of the cost side of things, it's very efficient. I do have Game Pass Ultimate. I don't have to have Game Pass Ultimate. I know the price of that has actually went up recently, but because I have that now, I have access to a whole lot more games. So that's like $50 a month. Now, if I'm buying a game a month, that's probably about a pay game a month ish. Oh yeah, so I want to show you some other things. There's lots of other ways that you can actually get either cheap games or free games, right? So they'll actually go into GeForce Now. So there is the Prime uh, gaming.amazon.com. So every once in a while, they will actually do free games. Actually, multiple times a month, they'll do free games on here. I'm going to scroll down here, and they actually get to keep them. I actually look like I have one right now. There's one for GOG, but they actually have different ones. They have Epic Games. Uh, there's GOG. Now, sometimes they're on here, sometimes it's not, right? There's Fallout. It actually gives you the game Fallout. Although if you have Game Pass, that would show up on there. Some GOG on there. GOG. There's a gas station simulator. Got me slightly curious. Is that going to be on? You can actually go back and forth between there. You can see gas station. There it is. Oh, gas station simulator. I'll be danged. Only on Steam, but even still, that's kind of funny. So some platforms they'll actually have it on there. Sometimes they won't. But here, this is specifically Epic Games. And things open up. So that's one of the disadvantages. The disadvantages is not all the games are always on there, or maybe they're on one platform, not the other. Luckily, I have a lot of different platforms with a lot of different things. There's let's see what we got here. Civ. So yeah, GOG. Let's show you. I want to show you that real quick. So GOG doesn't really have very many games on there. Digital stores, GOG. So 5 games. So that's what GOG has. The Witcher and Cyberpunk. That's all they really have. Steam has a whole lot more, I believe. Steam is like 4,000 games on Steam. Okay. And then Epic Game Store, 520. So that's not as, but even still, there's still some stuff on Epic Game Store. But Steam is one of the bigger ones. Xboxes up there, like with almost 400 games. By the way, I want to show you something else. Cuphead. I'm going to type in Cuphead. Cuphead is not on Game Pass. Cuphead's not on Game Pass. I own the game. So this is actually a game I actually own. Oh, wait a second. Shoot. I was trying to think about. There was another one that I actually did own, and it was on here. I was like, holy crap. And it's because it was the Play Anywhere. It actually popped up on there. So it's not just Game Pass that pops up on there. The Play Anywhere, a lot of Play Anywhere games will show up on there too. But, shoot. I swear I thought that was one on there. I guess not. Other ways to get games. So Epic Games, we've got Epic Games. So they have the free games on Epic Games on here every single week for free. Basically, I have a whole library that I don't really pay for. Let me see. Epic. Scroll down. Jeez. 1 second. Free. Where is it? Play for free. Why does it not look like free games? There you go. Interesting. They must have like changed the way it's on there. But yeah, I've been getting games like literally as of like last week. Get free games on the Epic Games. The other one that I have been checking out is Humble Bundle, right? Humble Bundle is they're not free, but they're cheap, right? You can get a good set of games for not very much. There's a lot of curating of trying to kind of see what actually I do and don't have and what libraries, and that's something I actually enjoy doing. But it's like Devil May Cry, right? Devil May Cry, you can get essentially Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. I thought, oh yeah, they have this weird Devil May Cry game. You get that for $20. Like basically, if I wanted to get Devil May Cry 5 by itself, oh yeah, by the way, this is a deluxe version with additional packs. I would spend $20 and be just fine on that, But I have those games already. But what I'm trying to say is like they have a whole bunch of really cheap bundles on there. There's another one, and it's hit or miss, right? Fanatical, I think is what it's called. Let me see. Fanatical, I think. That one's hit or miss, but they do have cheap games on there. Looks like I haven't been on here for a minute. Whatever, just got here. But they got Capcom deals, and they have their own unique deals on here. Look, there's $20 for Marvel versus Capcom, but which I actually bought somewhere else. And some of this is actually already on Steam, but some of it actually is unique specifically to this group. So there's no reason for you really to pay full price for games. There's a Ghost of Tsushima for $31. That's not too bad. Indiana Jones. Oh, I should have actually. Oh, one more thing I wanted to tell you. Let's see if it'll actually work for me. Let's pull up Indiana Jones, and then I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Oh my gosh, can't spell Indiana. Okay, Indiana Jones. So I actually have this for Game Pass. Shows up as Xbox. Now, the actual cloud save it's going to pull up is specifically Xbox. If I own this for other platforms, those cloud saves don't transfer back and forth. Played around with this with Assassin's Creed, where I use the Ubisoft cloud platform, and then I tried to get on my Xbox to see if it won't work. Xbox only works with Xbox on the cloud saves for that. So if I have it for other platforms, they don't cross transfer with that. So just kind of a heads up on that. But I do want to just I think this should throw me not at the beginning. It's going to throw me somewhere in the middle of the game. I don't exactly know where. It's been a minute since I played this last winter. It's a good game and stuff like that. It actually looks fantastic on the Xbox. I'm really curious what it'll look like on here. But it's just not something. It's a little bit of a slower paced game, so I haven't really played it too much. But I just want to take a quick 5-second peek, and then I'm probably going to end the video with this. But if you do have the means to get this, I think it's well worth it. It's well worth your time. I don't think Indiana Jones and the what? That's weird. Okay, so here it is. It's syncing my data. So it's actually syncing with my Xbox account on the Xbox. Because this is all Xbox specific, it's doing that. I don't know why it says Indiana Jones and der is that German? That's interesting. Okay. Let's get into a game real quick. Let's try to max this thing out too. All right. 2025. Okay. Oh, see, I'm already in the game. I do want to go ahead and let's try to max this out and see what happens here. Video, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. No. 4K, please. Okay. Where's the there we go. Graphics quality. Supreme. Yeah, it's fine. Supreme. That's And of course you're gonna turn on ray tracing. Why wouldn't I not turn on ray tracing? Yeah, sure. I don't know how to do this. Do that part. Uh-oh. It like froze. Oh wait, now it's working. Okay. Turn on. DLSS. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Hold on a second. It was adjusting the settings. That's why it was like. I wonder why it's not letting me change that. I'll tell you what. I'm not going to focus on too much because I don't want this video to last forever. So we'll probably just leave it as is. It's like trying to do it, but it's like crapping out. Give it a second. It like every time I try to change it, it like kind of freezes a little bit. Shoot. It's like locked up. Why are you locked up? No! I don't want to end on a crappy note. But I also don't want the video to last forever. No. there a restart on this? Let me see if it has a restart. I probably have clicked on the wrong setting or whatever. So, we'll come back. We'll do it again. I don't want to end on a bad note. Okay. I shouldn't have changed that setting. It's wrapping that up. This happens sometimes too. If you're just jumping out and jump back in, it's not that big of a deal. You just have to wait a little bit. But all right. Well, I think I'll give us a couple more minutes, and then if it doesn't work, then I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the money saving side of things, I think it's a no-brainer. I mean, in terms of like if I want good quality, this is definitely a way to go. I could certainly save up money and try to buy this stuff, but the thing is, I can't buy just a graphics card. I have to buy like my whole thing because my whole thing is outdated. I got when did I build this PC? 2020. I built it in 2020, and it was not even with the top of the line stuff. It was like the medium stuff. It wasn't very good, but all right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I will try and edit. Hopefully, I do the editing side of things and throw in a couple of the pick videos of me playing on the. Oh! Wait! I think it's gonna do it. Okay. I really want to see the Indiana Jones. I don't know why, but just hold on for just a minute. Just a minute. I thought it was gonna crap out of me. I was about to end the video. But anyway, I do want to show what it looks like on other devices. I think that would be really important. It'll be kind of like a bonus feature then. How about that? We'll throw that in at the end. If I'm able to like edit it appropriately. Shoot. It's going. It's just slow. It's going. There it goes. Sweet. Is it going to do the whole resyncing thing? I'm just curious about that. I don't think it will. It's just going to take a minute to launch it. So will I continue to use this? Yes, 100%. I think this is well worth it. I think this is... All right, sweet. I definitely think this is well worth getting. Especially with the type of library that I got. I got a lot of games that I really want to play on this. What's this running on, by the way? So this is running on 5080. Okay. All right. That's awesome. Oh. Compact. Yeah, this is running on 5080. And let's try that again for just. But I won't jack it up this time. I promise. Okay, that's good. Like some of the settings actually saved. Okay, good. All right. I just want to check the ray tracing specifically here. I'm not gonna mess with that. Where's the ray tracing? Is that actually on? Oh, it's on. Okay. All right. Interesting. Maybe I did to do a reboot in order to actually work or something. I'm not 100% certain. Got me a little curious. So you can't see... Well, actually, I think you can. Yeah, there we go. There's some of the metrics. There's some of the details. Let's go. Okay. There we go. Hey, girl. Wait, do it. You won't do it. Just looking here. 60 FPS. It's interesting. This game is Must be a high demanding game because this is not going to 120. It's going to 60. Interesting. This is the very first game I've actually seen that's actually not hit that max setting. Sorry. So you can see, anyway, I am in the middle of the game, right? I remember I had to like climb this. I just got frustrated and gave up. I had to like, let me see. Hold on a second. Let me see. I forgot. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. But anyway, that's it. I'll throw in some extra footage for other things. Maybe I'll play this on the other devices so you can kind of see what things look like on there. All right. We'll wrap things up. Thanks for watching.
So I realized that my previous video was like an hour long. So in the interest of time, I'm just going to show you really quick what this looks like on the handheld. This is the Pocket Air, and this is essentially an Android handheld. Works pretty good. Let me just show you the rest of this real quick. Turn on the stats. So as you can tell, you cannot get 120 FPS on this. It's going to cap out at 60. And just give it a second to load. By the way, I hope you make it all the way to the end on this. I'll turn this up. Hope you make it all the way to the end on this. Oh, but then you'll also be able to see what the lag looks like for this, because it's really hard for you to see how I was pushing buttons when I was playing. I'm not going to worry about the graphics. I can adjust the graphics, but I'm actually going to just leave it in the interest of time. No, that's too, no. Change my mind. I think it'll look better if you just go for it. Let's just change the graphics back to what it... I know that's going to add an extra minute or two, but I think it'll be worth it. Because that's what we're trying to show off, right? We're trying to actually show off what this looks like. This handheld, it's a really good handheld, Pocket Air. I've been playing it for a lot of my retro games. I'm just trying to skip through all this. The only thing is my trigger's broke, so that's the only thing that's kind of a pain in the butt. Interesting. It still says like 300 something. I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's continue. Oh no, there it goes. I'm very confused about the stream values on this. Because last time I did it was like 60, unless there was literally some type of upgrade or something that happened here. I'm very confused. Sorry for the... Alright. So, still plays pretty good. Actually, okay, now you can kind of see that, right? I hit a button. You can see what that looks like on there. When dodging, as soon as I hit a dodge, it does that. But look, even still, the graphical quality on a handheld, basically, this is not right. The most this can really run is like just some basic Android games. It really can't run a whole lot. Okay. And I can easily hop into other games. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you just a little bit of what this is capable of. Because I do have some other devices I'm going to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it there. And we will pick up this on another device. So I wanted to show you what this looks like on a cell phone. I'm going to go ahead. I don't have any, joysticks or anything like that. I can if I want to, right? But I don't have any connected right now, but we'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. I'm going to click on play. It does say it requires a gamepad, but there's a workaround for that. I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. it's not the best workaround, right? It's something to kind of get you by. Just do it only this time here. Click on this. You click on these. It pulls up your gamepad on the side, and then boom, you got a gamepad. Like I said, I mean, it's got the analog. It's got the I mean, you know, joystick there. A, B, X, Y, LT, RT, RB. Let's go ahead and throw on the. Let's see. Let's go and throw on the. I don't know if it'll let me do it or not. I guess I'll find out in just a second. All right. Why is it not playing any sound? That's weird. Media. Kind of weird. Not throwing any sound on there. That's kind of strange. And yeah, let's just go ahead and go straight into the game. I know you guys have already seen it once before, right? I just want to show off the controls on this one. All right, in the game, and yeah, it's all right, you know. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it'll work. Look, there's my hit, tap, 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 do. Oh shit, there's something right there. Didn't even see that coming. Oh no, I don't want to attack you. That was an accident. Oh. There's all kinds of people here. And here I'm going all crazy. I didn't mean to do that. That was an accident. All right. All right, that's it. I just wanted to show that off. Let's go ahead and call that one quits. Same game. Just wanted to kind of show it off so you can see one versus the other. And I'm also going to throw this on the television so you can see what it looks like on the television. All right, bye. Okay, so I wanted to do one more thing on the TV to show you what it looks like on the LG TV. I'm going to get exactly where I was last time, just to kind of show you what it looks like. Playing on the TV is basically like just sitting playing on the Xbox, basically. And let me just get to there real quick. I'll go to the exact same place we were last time. By the way, you notice how quick that one loaded? I feel like that one loads much faster than on the other machines. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and throw my stats on. And we'll just do the full, we'll do the full thing here. By the way, I'm playing with the Xbox controller. If you look in the right-hand corner, you notice that it says HDR10 is on. So this is actually an HDR10 TV. So that really helps. My TV downstairs that was connected to my computer was not HDR, but this one is. And let's make sure that we're in the highest settings here, which we're not. Go ahead and upgrade that. And then it's going to reboot. I think a lot of the settings aren't really saving because I'm hopping from device to device, I think. I don't think it should matter, but I don't know. And you notice this is on the 4080. And I'm probably going to, the TV maxes out at 60 frames per second. And let's get into a game. It should just be a few more seconds. Let's see. And just so you can kind of see the lag here, right? See if I can actually make this work here. Let's see. You can kind of see me press buttons. It's dang near instant. I mean, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of lag, but all games have that, you know? Oh, I scared that person off again. Didn't mean to do that. One thing, if you notice, I've been hopping from device to device, and it loads me exactly where my save is at. So I'm not messing around with the save. Woo. I'm not, you know, it's doing my cloud save, it's saving all the information, and it moves it to the next device with no issues. So. All right, sounds good. Thanks for watching.